The calendar has flipped to October as we continue on this women's volleyball season. We finish up these last few weeks, and it's the final push towards playoff play. I want to welcome in Steven Stockley. It feels great to be back with you here from the state of Illinois and Belleville here at Southwestern Illinois College. What a last week it's been. It is a pleasure to be back and have you along here. Missed volleyball action. It was good to be down in Florida for 5 or 6 days it was. It was an incredible time. It is so beautiful down there, and I enjoyed every second of it, but it felt good to be back up here and call some volleyball. I know I missed this team a lot, and we'll see how they can do here tonight. So they come in, as last time we talked was, as I mentioned before, October was the last Monday, and that 3-set one on the road at Shawnee before I headed off to Florida. And, well, you saw your 9th straight win. You get 10 straight Wednesday against Lincoln Trail, and then it ends up getting snapped on Friday with 2 losses to Vincennes University and Wallace State. And then you come here on Monday back in Illinois, only an hour drive up to Centralia to take on Kaskaskia College, where you get that done in 4. So you won your last game, overall record out of 15-10, and talk about that here. I just want to talk a little bit about that winning streak that lasted 10 games. So it came to an end on Friday. 10 straight wins. During that 10-game win streak, Swick went 30-9 in sets. They won more games than they lost in sets. So only 9-set loss in those 10 games. You had 5-set shutouts during those 10 games. You also had 2 2-1 set comebacks. Down 2-1 in sets going into set 4. You take set 4 and set 5 to win. And you also had 4 5-set wins during that 10-game win streak. 6 of those wins during that 10-game win streak came when you hit below 248. Prior to that, Swick was, well, they didn't get a win before then, hitting below 248 in a game before the win streak. That included 195 against Southeastern Illinois, 146 against Wabash Valley, 203 against Greenville, 155 versus John A., and 163 against Lincoln Trail. So you were able to defeat Lincoln Trail on Wednesday in 5 sets. That went 25-23, 25-23. Lose the next 2, 3rd and 4th, 25-19, 25-19. End up winning the last one 18-16. And then on Friday, lose to Vincennes University at 4, 25-22. Take the second, 25-21, and lose the last 2, 25-20, 25-15. Wallace State was a 3-set loss, 25-19 in each. And you come back Monday, which is where I want to start here on the pregame before we get into anything else. You take on Kaskaskia College, a team that, well, they've had some wins, and they actually beat Vincennes University. I just looked at 4 sets a few weeks ago this season. You beat them in 4, 26-24, 25-20. Lose the third, 27-25, 25-23. A solid game played. You ended up hitting 215, and had Grace Johnson lead her team in kills. She had a .378 hitting percentage with 25 total kills in that game. Michaela Graham had 18 total. She was second. She hit .214. And you also had Amade with 9. Ashton Hughes with 5. Abby Kesterson with 6. You'll hear from head coach Warren Thomas in just a moment about that game. But Grace Johnson now with 25 kills. It's just amazing to see how much she has grown this season. There's been a lot of games, especially at the start of the year, where she was pretty much shut down and she couldn't really get anything going. I think she had maybe like 6 kills a game. Obviously, now she's up to 3 kills per set as her average, 3.08. She has 283 now, 92 sets. Just making, I think it's more of making that transition going from high school up to junior college level, especially at the Division I of junior college level. It takes a little bit to get adjusted to it and transition, but she's done a good job just learning and growing, and Swick's really need her. Second now in kills, but Kayla Graham has been also just very good this season. She's been your constant. You can always count on her to make a play. She has 286 kills in 93 sets, up to a 3.08 average. Swick is now, how about this, folks, is 12-2 or 10-3 when they win the first set, 12-2 when they win the second, 9-2 when they win the third. So talk about a good start, and they're also undefeated this season when they win the first 2 sets, and they'll need to do that here against Frontier College, who comes in 3-23. They started the year 2-2 in the Rockford tournament, and then lost to Lincoln Trail Lakeland. Then it went 0-2 in the East Central, 0-4 in the East Central College Falcon Classic tournament, losing to East Central, John Wood, Metropolitan, and Southeastern, which brought us to the previous match, the first matchup between these two earlier this season at Frontier. We had that game for you. Swick played very, very well. They lost to, Swick beat them in 3 sets, 25-22, 25-18, 25-11. Michaela Graham had 13 kills in that game on a .370 hit percentage. Grace Johnson had 12 on a .367. And Addie Worson, your freshman center, had 19 assists, followed by Aubrey Poole with 17, who you'll hear head coach Warren Thomas talk about here in just a moment as we get to the interview for it. Had the chance to talk with him and recap all these games I've missed. It's been feels like it's been a long week. It's been 9 days. And it's been over 2 weeks since the last time I was in this gym. Anyway, head coach Warren Thomas joining me on the pregame. Here's his thoughts over the last 2 games and going into tonight.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Feels good to be back here at Illinois as Swick opens up a Wednesday night matchup against Frontier Community College after a win on Monday. And here joined by the head coach of this women's volleyball program, Warren Thomas. Thanks for taking time to join me as always.
Hey, no problem. Thank you for having me.
Coach, so unfortunately, winning streak gets snapped last week, but you guys able to get back to WinCom Monday. I want to go over to Wednesday, though. It's the first game we missed. Lincoln Trail, 5-set win. You guys had them on the ropes. Get the first two wins and sets. They come back, win the third and fourth, and it's an 18-16 battle in the 5th set. What was your thoughts now? Because that one had to be pretty crazy.
Oh, it was crazy. Those games that you win, they are tough, but once you make it through, it's very gratifying, I guess. Both teams were very competitive. And for Lincoln Trail to come back after a 0-2 start for them, that was outstanding on their part. But we just hung in there. Like I tell the team, just keep competing. Regardless if you go a 5th set, you got to keep competing and see where that opportunity leads you to.
And I know it probably felt pretty good for you guys to come back and beat them after losing the first time at their place in the game. It kind of felt like didn't play your best. You come back and beat them, and I know you probably looked at their schedule. They've beat some pretty good teams.
Oh, yes.
They're a pretty good team.
Oh, yeah, they are a very good team. And that's why it was so important for us to try to get that win. But we just keep moving forward. I'm proud of the team and how they reacted to that competition. But they were learning, and we learn each time. So even during the losses, which happened last Friday. So
yes, we go into those 2 losses. The first one against Vincennes University. They're just looked at them. They're 20-8. They've beat some teams. They've played close against some teams that you guys have lost to or beat. I mean, that was one kind of a tough one there to lose. Yeah,
I really thought that we were going to make it through with them, and they had one hitter that she found a route to where they can keep momentum on their side, and it just kept happening. So it's okay. I mean, one of the things that I take away from Vincennes and Wallace, the one that we lost after that, is that your attitude does not change to defeating or defeatist, I'll put it that way, defeatist attitude. You just keep playing stronger and learn from that. We took a lot of that night, we took a lot of stuff from there and to focus on our practices, focus on the mindset that you have to be in. Because at this point now, it's everything's critical, but it's based on your mindset. And so we just keep rolling.
So Monday, 4-set win at Kakaska. Probably felt pretty good to get back in the win column. And you guys played pretty well, too, in that game. Won first set 26-24, win the second 25-20. They get you in the third just barely, but you come back and win the fourth.
Yeah.
Looked pretty good on the paper.
Yeah, but one thing I did at our practice is I flipped it. I flipped it to the part to where we looked at our offense and saw that we were less than 50% of providing an opportunity for kills, for wins. And when you're like that, that's when teams you allow to come back and win. That was a tough win for us. That was a tough loss for Kaskaskia. But we could have played better. But you know what? We've learned from that. And just like a win, we had a very strategic practice yesterday because of that. So, yeah, I'm really happy on how the attitudes of the team. This team has just they just want to learn and keep going and moving, and so
in that, looking at the box score, Grace Johnson put up 25
Yeah.
total kills. I mean, I saw that today. I was like,
crazy.
holy cow. I mean, she is up to over 3 kills per set now. I mean, she's just grown so much.
Yep. We were struggling at a bit of the game, and I called a timeout. And before that, I said, hey, Grace, go get some water because I'm going to start floating the ball. And I told you, I called a timeout, and I said, all right, every set you set it to Grace. Because she got through the block. My other hitters were trying. For some reason, they were camped on our middles. Our middles couldn't get started. Yeah. Their blocking was so good at Kaskaskia, but Grace was able to do it, and I thought, you know what? Okay, if it's working, keep it going.
Yes.
So, yeah, that's 25 kills. That's probably the most I've had with any player in a match.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
There you go. Ashlyn Hughes has been back now for a few games. What have you seen from her? Because I just want to say, looking at her that first game Monday at Shawnee, her first swing looked really, really good.
Yeah, she's getting back to it. I expect her, give her another 2 or 3 games, and she'll be on par to where we want her. The things that she's done so far has been outstanding. But when you don't play half a season, there's a lot of legs and muscle, and you just gotta work towards it, and it's happening. But I look to have her do a lot with us for the remaining of the season.
These last few weeks, you've been relying on the sophomore setter Aubrey Peel to step up because you lost your backup, your freshman Addie Worson. So she's had to come in there and say, I know she's done a lot of things. She had to swing a few games. What have you seen from her these last 2 weeks? It feels like she's been stepping up at big time now. She's averaging over 6 assists per set now. Yeah, she's
experienced this from last year. Last year, our sophomore setter had to discontinue playing volleyball due to back injuries or back problems. So this is her second time running that, and it's just like last year. She stepped in. She learned a lot last year, but I think this year she's really got it going on to where she's commanding the team, and she's doing a phenomenal job. She's a quarterback, and she's doing very well. So, yep.
All right, Coach, how do you get another victory tonight, make it 2 straight? Let's get a streak
going.
We
have to stay focused and be ourselves. One of the things I always say when coming to a game is let the game come to you. Don't try to force anything. And we played Frontier. They played us good the last match at their home. But I'm hoping that we put it together, and if it's competitive, we make it competitive and just do the best we can, because any team can win, and Frontier's a good team. They'll find a way to. I know you look at their record, but they'll find a way to make a win happen for themselves. So,
well, Coach, always a pleasure talking to you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. That's head coach Warren Thomas. Always a pleasure to sit down with him. And I always love talking with him, and I love talking to everybody on this team. Don't get me wrong, but just his knowledge of the game and he sees things and tells me things that I haven't, I don't know and stuff. He is, he's been in this sport for a very long time, and it shows with the knowledge he has. Always a good time sitting down with him. We're getting ready for the open and serve in about 70 seconds or so as they finish the warm-ups. Before we do it, I want to go to give a shout-out to Bevel East, my Lancers again, our girls flag football team, the first year of a girls flag football team at Bevel East in the 618 area. Us and Bevel West are the 2 only teams, and the first every year it's as a sanctioned IHSA sport. They are playing in their playoff game today, the regional semifinal. I want to wish good luck to those ladies. Got the pleasure to do the game, call the game against West. History game. It was awesome. Very, very awesome. So just want to get that out there before we begin. We're going to take a short break here. Be back with you for the open and serve between Frontier Community College and your Southwestern Illinois College, Blue Storm. And we're looking back here. National Anthem ready to begin in this one. Frontiers mentioned 3-23, and they lost to Swick the first time around. That was at Frontier back in the month of September. 3-set win for Swick. They went 0-11 after playing the Blue Storm. Their third win of the season just came this past week against Southeastern Illinois. That was a 4-set win. Since then, they've lost 3 straight. Danville area, Parkland, and then Lakeland College on Monday. That was a 3-set loss, 25-13, 25-17. And 25-14. They're averaging just a little under 8 kills per set. Hitter percentage is 0.75. 7 assists, just about a block per set. A little under 1 ace at 0.86%. And just about 15 digs at 14.92. They're led by the sophomore outside Marin Vaughn, who has 201 kills at 83 sets. It's an average of just about 2.5, 2.42, followed by the freshman outside opposite Olivia Brummer. She has 115 and 82, an average of 1.40. And the freshman middle, Rebecca Busby, has 93 and 84. That's a 1.11 average. The freshman center, Alyssa Sharper, leads in aces. She has 273 and 83 sets, an average of 3.29. Her opening serve is underway. It comes from Frontier. They serve it right to left, and the first hit by Amade for Swick will be launched out of bounds, and Frontier has the opening point. They lead 1-0. Out there to start here for Swick in set one will be Addison Walton, Abby Kesterson, Emma Day, Michaela Graham, Aubrey Peel, and your libero is Emily Rupert. They're in black jerseys with blue on the shoulders and white text numerals. The libero, Emily Rupert, in white with blue text numerals. That is blocked on the swing by Graham. It's going to land in bounds on the left side, and Frontier has an early 2-0 lead. They have the opening serve by Riley Fulkerson, a freshman setter, also a defensive specialist, a 2-0 game. This will go to Walton. Peel today, a little tip over, found the middle, but Frontier was all over it. They'll throw it right side. Soft tip over, dive in play by Keston, will land backwards and eventually hit the ground, and Frontier has came in making about the 100-minute drive out of Fairfield, Illinois, have taken the first 3 points, and they have a 3-0 lead to open things up. They're in black jerseys with FCC in yellow in the front with white text numerals. Their libero is Kaylin Handy, a freshman. She is in a white jersey with black text numerals. 3-0 is the score. This one near the line by Rupert Peel will sit over a punch over, and they're going to say, I believe she made contact with the net. It'll be a 4-0 game in favor of Frontier. They've grabbed the first 4 here. Not the start you wanted here, down 4-0 early. We got to get a point here before this one gets out of control. Peel going to Graham, sit over on the right side near the right line. Bobcat Siddle, sit over a setter dump. Rupert, Peel, throw it left side for Graham. Swing had that one blocked. They'll try it again. Walton, Peel, they'll go to Day in the middle. This time she got it, and Emma Day makes it 4-1. Grace Johnson will check in for the first time for Addison Walton. It'll be Michaela Graham back to serve. Okay, folks, so if you tuned in to Shawnee, the game against Shawnee last Monday, Coach Thomas gave me an idea to combine Abby Kesterton's kills with Emma Day, Grace Johnson, Michaela Graham, because that's been the stat we've been looking at those 3, and I was like, okay, let's go after Kesterton as well. That swing will be blocked, but it goes out of bounds. So Grace Johnson has given Swick 2 straight. It's 4-2. So I did that. Let me write this down real quick. I'll get that for you. So Swick this season, when Abby Kesterton gets 6 or more kills in the game, they're 11-5. This will be set from their back row. It's going to be over right to Graham in the back. Going to Peel. She'll set Kesterton's swing on the right side. Had a block going backwards, and it goes off at Johnson, and it will land 5-2. Frontier at the point. And so when you combine all 4 of Graham, Johnson, Day, and Kesterton, well, when they combine for 34 or more, what a number, 34 kills or more, Swick this year is 9-2. Interesting stat, that's for sure. And a lot of fun researching that one. Peel will just tip it over, and it's going to be out on the left side, and it's 6-2. And then obviously once Ashlyn Hughes gets going here over these next 2 days, games, we'll get her in the stats as well. Be interested to see how she continues to develop here and get adjusted to everything. This is literally almost over first half part of the year. Grace Johnson will land 2 straight from Frontier. She'll get her swing to get over and land 6-3, her second kill. And it will be Rupert coming out. Ashlyn Hughes is in, and it will be Emma Day back to serve. Forgot to talk about Emma Day. Talk about her getting the aces. So she's up to 48 now on the season. She has 48 aces. And I did the game logs. I looked at individual games this year. This will be a swing from the left side. That one's going to go out of bounds, but it'll be off the block by Swick, and it's 7-3 as Rupert will come in. Day is out. She has 48 aces on the year. She had 18 of them. Only 18 of them came in the first 10 games, so that's an average of 1.8. In her last 15, she's had 30, an average of 2. Just shows how big she's been. I mean, she's just been stacking them, it feels like. This from the left side will be over. Peel. And there was one game, I think it was the first game of the year in Rockford. She may have had about 5. That will be blocked out of bounds, and it's 7-4. Swick gets the point back. So you really could it's really 13 in 9 games because she had like 5 of them in one game. If you look at it that way, which I mean, it's still crazy to see her continue to stack them. Haley Cortinez came in for Abby Kessler. She goes back to serve for the first time. Able to go to the back right corner. They'll throw it right side. Good block. Ashlyn Hughes had that one, and it's 7-5. Swick is within 2. 5-3 run after starting out 4-0. Had 3 straight road games, 2 games Friday, and Cortinez serve will go out of bounds. Just a little bit too strong, 8-5. They had 2 games Friday. That was against Vincennes University in Vincennes and also Wallace State later that day. I think they were back-to-back. And then Kakaska College Monday, that was a win. Hughes swing over. Bobcats are there. They'll set in the middle. They throw it right side, hit over Rupert. Going to Peel. She'll set Graham from the back row. Launches this one over near the back line. They got to scramble, track this one down. What a job from their libero. What a play by Handy to get back there. Peel going to Hughes, and she gets her first kill of this one, 8-6. I mean, they had to scramble back there, and I didn't think they were going to be able to hit that one over, but they did. Walton will check back in. She goes back to serve for the first time as she comes in for Grace Johnson. 8-6, Swick down by 2. Let's see if we can go on a run here. It won't come there as Walton's serve will just be a little bit too strong. It's out in the back line, and it's 9-6. Swick came in at 15-10 now. 5 games above 500. Frontier 3-23. They've played some close sets against some very good teams as Graham's swing was blocked on the left side. Going backwards in Frontier. Gets their lead back to their largest of 4 at 10-6. This one over. Diamond play by Walton. This will be grabbed. Sends over on a roll shot. In the middle. Good block by Hughes. Bobcats throw it left side. Peel going to Graham. Over right to the libero. They'll pass it from the back row. And it's over. Rupert Peel. Pass. Graham left side. Hits the top of the net. And it got over. And they'll say it was just in. And it will be a kill for Michaela Graham. That is her first of the night. So your top 4 all have kills. As Day will check in. She comes back in for Hughes. And it will be Rupert back to serve. 10-7. This one's going to be over. Going to the middle, and they will not be able to get this one over. They pass it around on the third touch. It hits the floor, and it's a 10-8 game. Swick back within 2. This is the closest they've got it here since being down by 4 to open things up 4-0. And that one hit the top of the net on a line drive that, well, almost went into the net. That one's going to be launched just out. And Swick with 3 straight is back within 1, 10-9. Looking to tie things up here now if you can. Sophomore libero and Rupert serving this one once again. This will go to the left side. Big swing. And, well, Olivia Brummer finishes that one on a beautiful pass from their setter. It's 11-9. Alexis Klein will be back to serve. They got some freshmen on this team that are very good. Alyssa Sharber is their setter, and she's looked good. And they also have Olivia Brummer just finished that one. Peel, setter dump is going to be over. Bobcats will throw it for their back row. They launch this one over. Going to Walton. Peel to Day. Big swing over near the line. It's going to be Enema Day. Picks up her second kill. And Swick is back within 1, 11-10. Abby Keston will check back in. She comes in for Haley Cortinez, and it will be Aubrey Peel back to serve for the first time. A 1-point game, trying to tie things up here. As, well, I don't know where the other ball went. It's somewhere in the corner over here in this gym. Had to get another one. They'll have to find a way to go get that before this one gets out of the playing area. And wow. Rebecca Busby in the middle just puts that one down. Swick was not ready for that at all. 12-10. She gets a kill, and it's a 2-point lead once again for Frontier. Swick's got it to 1, just haven't been able to go over that hump just yet. Hoping we can get there soon. Riley Fulkerson will have this one. Peel going to Day. Another swing. Got that one in the back left corner. She comes back with one. We'll go kill for kill with the middles. As Johnson will come in for Walton. And it's back to Michaela Graham, who serves for the second time. Started off the game serving for Swick. And that first game against Frontier, I was at Frontier. He had no Abby Kesserson that night, which kind of played to that game. And I know Swick still 1-3, but it wasn't the best performance that you wanted to see, as that will be a point for Swick, as they called it against Frontier, I believe for a net violation. It looked like 12-12. Graham will be back to serve again, so let's see if we can take our first lead. It'll come via an ace for Michaela Graham, and Swick down to open this one up 4-0. Then 10-6 have taken a 13-12 lead, their first lead of the evening. Hughes, this one over on the left line. It will pass it to the left side. This one going all the way back to Graham. Peel, she will set. Johnson left side. Big swing, got it. 14-12. Grace Johnson picks up her third kill of the evening. Let's see if we get her going here. At 25 on Monday, and head coach Warren Thomas told me the pregame that's one of the largest kills. He thinks that's probably the most kills he's seen out of one of his players in a game. And that would be a kill for Frontier. So they get one back 14-13, and I think that's most I've seen as well. I'm trying to think. I know high school volleyball a little different. You're only playing 3 sets, but I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to think because I've at least played SLU High at SLU High. That went to 4 because they play best out of 5 in Missouri, which I think Illinois needs to do that. Keston, little tip over, gets it. 15-13. I'm trying to think. Our Division I outside August Warner, who is at Purdue Fort Wayne now. Shout out to him. Good buddy of mine. I don't think he got 20 in that game. He may have. I'm trying to think. As Day will put that one in the net on her serve, 15-14. So just trying to speak volumes of Grace Johnson, what she was able to do and what she's been able to do all year. Day comes out, and it was Ashlyn Hughes that came in for her. Their libero and Handy serves this. Peel going to Hughes. Big swing. That one in on the line. And it's 16-14. Ashlyn Hughes picks up her second of the evening. And we're back up to a 2-point lead, as Frontier will call their first timeout. 16-14. Midway through in set 1. Swick is taking the lead, now trying to hold on to it. 16-14 to score. This is Swick Women's Volleyball here on the Swick Athletics YouTube channel. Back in a moment. Swick with their largest lead of the evening. It's 16-14. Ayla Cortines checking in for the middle. Abby Kesterson. It will be Cortines back to serve for the second time with a 2-point lead, trying to extend that largely. See if we get this to 3. This will be passed in the middle. They'll go to the right and swing that one too strong. It'll be a 17-14 Swick lead of 3 points now. A little bit of a slow start here tonight, but these last few minutes have been a lot better. 10-6 is what Frontier had their lead at a 4. That one's not going to get over. Swick now has a 4-point lead. So a 12-4 run since then in favor of Swick, and that's when they'd start to change, and Tide went over to Swick. Cortines, another serve, a free ball coming from their libero. Goes to the counterpart in Rupert. Peel, Hughes right side swinging. This one will be sent over near the net. Peel just sends it right back on the first touch, and a whistle goes against Frontier. A violation against them, 19-14. It's a 5-point lead. Swick leading. Well, 13-4 run. Let's go plus 10 and get it to a plus 10 run at double digits. It's from the left side swing, and just no one there. Went right in the middle of Graham and Rupert. None of them moved at all. Both frozen as statues there. 15 points now for Frontier. 19-15, 4-point lead. Layla Consati back to serve. A sophomore at middle. This goes off of Graham, and it goes to her right. It's going to land for an ace. 19-16. And Frontier within 3 now once again. And they're trying to stay in this one and not let Swick run away. They were, and also, I can't remember what set it was against Frontier, but in a big swing by Hughes. Hold on a second here. They'll throw it left side, tip over. Johnson going in the middle. Peel back to Johnson. I sense a kill coming, not there. There's a good block when right to Graham. It'll be Hughes who gets it this time, and it's 20-16. As I was going to say, I don't remember what set it was against Frontier, but there was one where Frontier led, and they led by a little bit to open things up, and that lead overall over time later and later in that set diminished. And Swick eventually got the lead. I think it was the first set, 'cause that was the closest one, 25-22, and it was Frontier just trying to hang on for dear life at the end of the first set. That one's not going to get over by Frontier. As that is Addison Walton who came in to serve. She came in for Grace Johnson. She's given Swick a 5-point lead here, 21-16. Next serve goes to the libero in the back. They are not going to be able to get over. Another ace for Walton, who makes it 22-16. And Frontier in response has to call their second timeout. Bobcats take one. We take one as well. 22-16 in set 1 here. This is Swick Women's Volleyball here on the Southwestern Illinois College Athletics YouTube channel. Six-point lead out of the Frontier timeout. Steven Stock with you. Glad to have you along. It will be 7. 3 straight serves by Addison Walton have not been able to be returned back. And you got a 7-point lead now, only needing 2 more to finish this out this first set. I say, Walton, get the last 2 here. Just keep doing what you're doing. Big swing from the right side. Peel to Rupert will go back to Peel. She'll swing this one over. And this will be from the right side. They throw it to the left. Good block by Hughes. It's set point in favor of the Blue Storm, 24-16. Here in set 1, and it will be Walton just trying to continue this run. And let's put the finishing touch here on set 1 and head over to set 2 real quick. It was 10-6 in favor of Frontier at one point. Since then, Swick is on an 18-6 run, plus 12 in that span. This from the right side is going to be over. Peel. Going to Rupert. This will go left side for Graham to finish it. Had it blocked, going backwards, and it will be a kill for Frontier. And they will extend this first set. They only need 7 straight to continue extending it. 24-17. Back to serve for the Bobcats is Marin Vaughn, a sophomore outsider, leads the team in kills. This one will be over. Rupert diving out for it. Peel to Hughes to finish the first set. Bang! You got it. 25-17. Swick taking the first set against Frontier after being down by as many as 4 in set 1. Set 2 coming for you here in just a moment. We'll take a timeout and have it for 25-17, the final set 1. Set 2 coming up next. This is Swick Women's Volleyball here on the Swick Athletics YouTube channel. Set 2 coming your way here from Swick, and it's always going to take that first set. 25-17, the final set 1. Stuart Stockley, glad to have you log on a Wednesday evening. Feels good to be back calling some volleyball. Missed it this past week, and try to see if we can get a win to, finish off really a week, as volleyball will not be in action the next Monday against Lakeland College on the road. So they only play 2 games this week, and finished out the season. Only a few weeks left before the playoffs and everything. And I keep talking about it's always these last few weeks you want to finish strong. It's where you play your best volleyball. You find your prime. Just play your best, because that's where everything starts to matter, is the playoffs. And always talk about where you want to roll into it. Don't always be taking the step forward instead of a step backwards. Aubrey Peel has your opening service set 2. She's out there with Addison Walton, Abby Ketchton, Mbede, Michaela Graham. Your libero is Emily Rupert. Swick is now on the right as they attack right to left. Ketchton swing. It'll be digged, and they tip this one over. Peel going to Rupert. She'll pass it right side for Ketchton swing. Got that one, and she puts Swick on the board first in set 2. It's a 1-0 lead. Swick this year is 10-3 when they take that first set. 10-3. Are undefeated when they win the first 2. And I got to get that record. I've talked about that. I don't know what the actual record is. I know it's undefeated. Homework you got to do. Rupert, free ball over this near the line. They'll pass in the middle. That one, good block. I believe Day had that one. And they'll try it again. Day's there again. They launch this one over to the back. Walton in position. Peel to Day. Blocked. Libero dove out for it and won't be able to follow it up. It's 2-0. Swick leads. Peel will serve it again here for Swick. This one over to the middle. They will throw it to the left side off the set. Peel. Middle for Rupert. She'll give it to, or try to give it to Graham near the net. I believe it was blocked. It was by Frontier. Play a little net play there. And it'll be 2-1 as Frontiers on the board here in set 2. That's set just a little bit too out of reach, and it ended up getting sent just over that where Frontier can hit it back. And, well, Graham in a position to play it off the set and not the block. Well, tough to make a play there. Graham launches that one over, had it blocked. Day was there for Swick. Going to Rupert. It'll be Kesterson, free ball over. Bobcats throw it left side. Good block by Kesterson. They'll try it again. They'll try it from the left once more. Blocked again! Maybe the first time you should learn you don't go to the left with Kesterson today. They got it the second time, 3-1. Just saying. Don't want to go where your two middles are. Johnson comes in for Walton. Graham back to serve. And Day has just been exceptionally well when it comes to blocks. There, that is net interference called against Frontier. Making contact on that 4-1. Swick up by 3. Graham will serve this one. Had an ace in set 1, up to 21 now in the year, which, nope, sorry, that 20 now in the year. I was looking at assist. Kessler sent it right back, and it will land. Swick makes it 5-1. 4-point lead. Graham, another one is over. This going into the middle. Sent over. Peel knocking it down. Goes to Rupert. They throw it right side for Day. Near the net, tip over in the middle. They'll throw it left side. Blocked off of Day, and it'll land right behind her. And Frontiers made it 5-2, a 3-point lead. There, libero Kaylin Handy will be back to serve for the first time in set 2. This one will be over. Graham going to Peel. Fire it left side for Johnson. And she gets a kill. 6-2. That's only her 4th of the night. Rupert will come out. Hughes will come in. Day back to serve. We need an ace from Ebony. She has not got one here yet tonight as we play in the second set. Need one here. Had 2 against Shawnee the last time we got a chance to look at her. That was last Monday. Hughes, tip over, and it will land. Went right off of their middle incline, and, well, it went straight to the ground. 7-2, Swick up by 5. A lot better start here to set 1, or sorry, set 2 than it was set 1. You were down 4-0 and then 10-6 in set 1. Day, another one is over. This goes to the libero in the middle. They fire it left side. Rocket swing, and Graham went right off of her. She kind of protected herself, just putting the hands up. It was coming right to her. It will go out about 7-3. Day will come out, and it will be Rupert that came back in. So Swick back out there with a libero. And we got a 7-3 game, our first 10 points into set 2. This one going all the way back to the back line here. Graham, Peel, going to Johnson. That one is over. Bobcats throw it left side. Rupert knocking it down. Graham going for Johnson again. She'll send it over. This in the middle. Free ball over. Rupert going to Peel. Kesselman right side. Had it blocked. They'll try it again. They'll go this time left side with Johnson, and she gets it. Number 5 of the night for her. And it's 8-3. Swick up by 5. Cortines will check in for the first time in set 2. She comes in for Kesterson. I feel like her and Rupert over this win streak, I've kind of talked about, you know, your players are leading the team in kills. I feel like them two just haven't got enough attention and probably deserve more credit. I'm saying probably, definitely is a better word to use there. They've just been huge. Another kill for Grace Johnson. 9-3, and she's up to 6 now tonight, which brings me to my stat. When she gets 6 or more kills in a game, Swick this year is 14-6. That's a 700 win percentage. But Cortines and Rupert have just been huge. I've talked about Cortines, just how much she stepped up and is grown, and she's going to get an ace. Hit the top of the net and got over. You'll take those. 10-3. She's just been huge. Swick's needed her to step up because I don't think you win 10 straight without her. I just don't think you do, and she's been huge, and Emily Rupert has been backbone of this team pretty much. Her, I mean, as I mentioned Graham earlier, as a constant, you know, always can rely on her. As Grace Johnson gets number 7, she's had like 3 straight now. She, as I talked about, can we get her going? Well, you got her going. Rupert's just been the backbone, just someone you can rely on as well. And that's what liberos do, and that's what a good libero does. Is just someone you can rely on, and she's done a good job of that. Been very, very good at what she's been able to do. 11-3. Swick is up by 8, folks. This lead is just growing. I like to see it from the right side. Big swing, grab, sends it right back. This goes to the libero handy as one of their players. They're going to stop play here. And hopefully they're all right. I believe that's number 18, Marin Vaughn, who took a fall, and she's on the gym floor, and hopefully she's all right. And I'm glad they stopped play right away. See if we can get her up. Hopefully she's all right. We're going to go ahead and we'll take a timeout here. It's an 11-3 game. We'll be back in a moment, hoping the best here for Marin Vaughn, who's the injured Bobcat player. We'll take a break and have an update for you in a moment. This is an injury timeout. 11-3. It's set 2. Swick leads. This is Swick Women's Volleyball here on the Swick Athletics YouTube channel. Marin Vaughn was the injured Bobcat player. Is looking back out of the injury timeout. She needed a little help getting up, but she's walked off on her own strength, which is good to see, and hopefully she'll be right. She took a little bit of a fall down to the floor, and glad to see her able to walk off on her own. We're hoping the best for her, and we've had some scary injuries over the last few weeks. Had some tough ones, especially with Swick. It feels like we've been having them thrown right at us almost all the time, and never like to see those, and hoping for the best for her, as we'll see how Frontier will respond, who they'll bring in for her, because she's been a huge part of their team. She leads the team in kills for them, coming in averaging just about 2.42 per set, 201 kills and 83 sets. So hoping the best for her. Frontier needing her, and heck of a player with a lot of talent. Well, once we get this one going, just waited a few moments here to get everything situated on the substitution, as it will be Haley Cortinas who will continue her service run, with Swick having an 8-point advantage. Cortinas serve. This one goes to the libero, going all the way back, and it will take a free ball coming over near the back line. Rupert, Peel, pass, left side, Johnson. Bobcats are there. They'll go in the middle, and they'll throw it to the left side, sent over near the line. Johnson, Peel, Hughes, tip over, got it. And Swick is up by 9. Let's see if we can make this double digits here. Just continue to build on the largest lead of the evening. It's a 12-3 game. Another serve. That one, was it in? They're going to say it's just down to the back right corner. Close call. That will be just out. It looked out over here. Just out. Just missed the back right corner. Looking for ace number 2 tonight. Won't come there for Cortinas. 12-4. And this one over. Going to Rupert. Peel. Going for Graham near the back row. Had it blocked, and it will go out of bounds off of Swick. And it's 12-5. So Frontier with 2 straight. Another serve by Frontier is over. Peel going to Hughes. Big swing, and that one ends up going just out. It's a 12-6 game. Another one over. Going for Graham. Peel, tip over by Hughes. Right in the middle. Bobcats there. They'll throw it left side. Johnson there on a dig. Going to Rupert. Back to Grace on the left side. Blocked. Will land out of bounds. And she's got 8 kills on the night. Swick is up by 7. 13-6. Addison Walter will come in. She comes in for Grace shots. She had a great service run back in late in set 1. Like another one here. Up by 7. 13-6. This one will be over in the middle. They throw it left side. It'll be a free ball. Graham, Peel, back to Michaela left side. It'll be a roll shot. And they'll try it from the left side here. This one over. Walton, nice play near the line. Gets there. Peel. Graham again. This one over. In the middle. Rupert diving out to her left. Gets there. Walton, roll shot. Right in the middle. Frontier there. They throw it in the middle. Tip over. Graham. Going to Peel. Hughes. Got it. How huge has she been? 14-6. 8-point lead. And missing her through missed her through the first 20 games or so, I think. My math is right. 21 games. 22? 21, because we've played 4 since Shawnee, so 21. Right? No, 20. It is 20. Yeah, it's 20. So she's missed the first 20, and we have a whistle here after the serve. I'm not sure. I'm not going to lie, I wasn't paying attention. They're going to give Swick the point anyway. It might have been out of rotation. It was something on Frontier. 15-6. I was too busy trying to count. 15-6. Walton's next serve is over. They'll throw it to the right side. Good block by Swick, but he'll lay it just down in the line, near the right line. It's 15-7. Both Graham and Hughes were there. Eight-point game. They're served by Frontier. Peel. Pass to Hughes. Tip over. Got it. She responds with a kill. She'll come out from it A with the libero Emily Rupert back to serve. 16-7. Swick up by 9 as we play in set 2. Served by Rupert. This one to the left. Pass to the right. And they'll send a free baller from the middle. Rupert, Peel, today. Bobcats there. They'll throw it to the left side. Got around the block, and Rupert dove out for it. And her dig will go to the bleachers, and it's 16-8. An 8-point game. And Marin Vaughn, who was the injured Bobcat player a few moments ago, has returned to the bench for Frontier. Good to see her come back. We'll see if she comes back in at all, but obviously good to see her back on the bench. Day, big swing! Makes it 17-8. Swick up by 9. Kesterson will check back in. She comes in for Cortines. Aubrey Peel back to serve. We've made a full rotation. She serves it for the second time. Peel serving it. This one over near the right side. Big block, and it just, oh, they're going to say, was that it? They're going to give a call to Swick. I believe that they called it in. That one looked out, I'm not going to lie. We'll take the point. We'll take an 18-8, 10-point game. Peel will serve this one. This one will be over to the libero. In the middle, they go to the left side. Tip over. Peel going to Rupert. They go left side for Graham. Tip over. Bobcats there in the middle. That one going backwards. It'll land for a Graham Killer. I think she's only had 2 tonight. She's been really quiet, 19-8. But as we talk about, something I talked about Monday and emphasized that with Ashland Hughes coming back, you have a lot of weapons now, and that's a good thing to have. really can go to anybody off a set and off a pass. You can go to anybody, and that's, they're not. They'll game plan for your top guys, but you can have someone on the bottom come through that, obviously doesn't have as many kills as Grace Johnson or Michaela Graham. You're looking at Ashlyn Hughes. You're looking at Emma Day. You're looking at Abby Kesson. You're looking at those players that make a play. When you have your top guys getting pretty much, they're reading them pretty well and unable to get through. 20-8 now. Swick is up by 12. Peel serving this one. That's just huge. It's something I've seen. That one will be launched out. The good teams I've seen, at least in high school, I know a little bit here in college as well, the good teams have weapons. They have numerous players they can turn to get a big kill. 21-8. Peel. This one will be over to the middle of the barrel. Pass from the right side. Off a set. That one will be Kesterson going backwards. Played off the ceiling. Peel trying to get back there and went off of her. And goes to the Swick bench as couldn't follow it up after her hit. And it's 21-9, a 12-point game. This one near the line. Walton able to get there. Going to Peel. She sets Day. Big swing. Libero dig out and went all the way to the right. And a good job by Frontier to get there. They'll sit on it over. Peel. Graham. Tip over. Got it. Kayla Graham makes it 22-9. She'll go back to the service line. Johnson will come in. Walton will come out. And another injury. This one on Frontier again. And I'm trying to get it. Can't see the jersey number. But hopefully she's all right. It's been a tough night here. That is number 10, Layla Kazadi, who is the injured Frontier player, and hopefully she's all right. As Vaughn was the first one that was injured for Frontier. She came out and has been on the Frontier bench for the last few minutes, and hoping Layla Kazadi, their sophomore at middle and also outside, is all right. She's being looked at by the trainer in a 22-9 Swick lead here in set 2. See if we'll keep this one here. I think we're going to take an injury timeout here as well. We'll be back in a moment here on the Swick Athletics YouTube channel. Well, a quick timeout because good news, Consati will stay in the game for Frontier. Good to see that. And it will be Walton that came out. Grace Johnson comes in for Swick, but Kayla Graham back to serve. 22-9. Graham. Her first serve of this run is going to be over. They set it to the middle. Tip over. Johnson dove out, couldn't get there. 22-10, a 12-point game. Be there, libero. Kaylin handy back to serve. This one will be over. Graham going to Peel in the middle. Catch the tip over. Got it. Good spot by Abby, who gets her 4th kill. 23-10. Rupert will come out. Hughes will come in. And it will be M&A back to serve. Hey, this one will be over in the middle. And it's an ace. Number 49. It's her first of the night. She's been averaging 2 aces a game per her last 15 games. There's one there. We were waiting for it. Set point at set 2 here in favor of Southwestern Illinois College. 24-10 is your score. Trying to put the finishing touch here. Good block by Hughes, and that will do it. Blue Storm take the second set, 25-10. And let's see if we can go home on a set shutout. 25-17, 25-10, the score in the first 2 sets. Third set coming up here. Back in a moment here from Swick. This is Swick Women's Volleyball here on the Swick Athletics YouTube channel. Let's see if we can head home tonight with a 3-set win. If Swick has taken the first two, 25-17, 25-10 respectfully, as we get ready to begin the third set. Steven Stock with the Swick back on your left side. They will attack left to right, as it will be Addison Walton, Aubrey Peel, Michaela Graham, Emma Day, Abby Casterson, and your libero is Emily Rupert back out there. Let's see if we can take a 3-set win. Swick 1-3 the first time they took on Frontier. That was at Frontier in a 3-set win that went 25-22, 25-18, 25-11. Well, let's do the same thing here, folks. Frontier has the opening serve of set 3. It comes from Riley Fulkerson, and it will be a Swick kill as Abby Kesterson gets it from the left side, and Swick is on the board first here in set 3. We got 2 substitutions. Michaela Graham's going to come out. Madison Mahan will check in, and it will be Grace Johnson that also comes in. She comes in for Addison Walton, the sophomore defensive specialist out of Sparta, Illinois, back to serve. Her first time in this one, and she's been huge as well as a defensive specialist. She's been huge in her role over this last few weeks, and all season too. But again, I talk about the last 2 weeks. That's been the big part. Just very good volleyball from Swick, and it's 2-0 as Grace Johnson gets the kill, her 9th. And that's been just a good, really good part of the good chunk of the season where Swick's played. I'm just gonna say well because I can't talk. I'm going over my words. 2-1. That one's gonna go out. The serve by Mahan, and it will be a Frontier serve. I believe I'm trying to see if I can see Vaughn anywhere, who was injured earlier in set 2. Trying to see if she came in here in set 3. She is on the left side, and she's going to actually hit that one over there. Good to see her back out there. And it was another player in Casati that also was hurt. She stayed in right after she came right back up from falling down the floor. That one, it will be a Frontier point, 2-2, and we're all tied up. So good to see from the Bobcats there. 2 players that were hurt are back in. Serve from Olivia Brummer goes to Mahan on the right side. Kesterson takes it from Peel. Pass over to Johnson. It's going to be over. They throw it to the right side. Roll shot goes off of Day. Johnson able to pass out right for Kesterson. And it'll be a great job by her and Rupert. They get a free ball over in the middle. Swing. Mahan there. Peel near the net. Pass. Oh, it's just going to go over the net. That hit the, I guess we're going to say it went off the net. It won't matter. Swick point anyway. 3-2. It looked like it may have hit off the antenna, but it may have hit the net that made the antenna move. 3-2. Ashton Hughes will check in for Emily Rupert. This will go to the left side. Roll shot over. Blocked by Kesterson. Will stay on the Swick side. It's 3-3. So bad news here, as I mentioned it right before the opening serve. Belleville East, our girls flag football team. The first year, that being a sanctioned sport by the IHSA. First year it's a sport at Belleville East. Their season, unfortunately, falls tonight in the regional semifinal. That one will be blocked out of bounds by Frontier, 4-3. Swick leading. It'll be Keston that comes out, Cortinas in. And it was a lot of fun watching them, and I'm fortunately always tough to have a season end, but they got that program and what head coach Doug Zergel and assistant coach Amy Schulte got cooking at Belleville East. It's going to be exciting, and just very happy, that those girls and that team get an opportunity to play a sport they haven't been able to pretty much all their lives. It's been a very cool day, and I'm excited to see how that grows in the 6-1A. I know there's a couple other high schools that are considering it most likely as soon as next year. Good block by Swick. It'll be a point for the Blue Storms. They call net interference on Frontier. Violation puts Swick back up 5-4. Grace Johnson will come out. Asa Walton comes in, and it'll also be Madison Mahan that comes out. Michaela Graham in. East and West are the 2 only schools here in Southern Illinois to field a girls flag football team, and Belleville East won both of the matchups against them. It was a lot of fun calling the first meeting. Michaela Graham gets a kill, and it's 6-4. Only her 4th tonight. Swick up by 2. But I want to give a shout out to them, though, here on the air. It's followed Belleville East. Still following them, even though I've graduated, and always root for their success. And they got a speaking of football, they got a big one Friday night up in Edwardsville. Bevel East against the Tigers. We've had them on the ropes last year and just couldn't finish it. That'll be a kill for Frontier 6-5. 2 years ago, we were down, I think, 14-0 going into halftime or fourth quarter, whatever it was. We made a comeback to force overtime and lost in double OT on a 2-point conversion. And this past year, we're up by 17.5 and ran out of gas. So, wishing Coach Harrison and his boys some good luck. 6-6. Got a tie game here in set 3. Stop talking about Blues. We got a volleyball game to call here in the third set. Marin Vaughn is the one serving for the Bobcats. Peel going to Graham, tip over, and they send it over. Peel, pass, and, well, no one could get there. Frontier has the lead 7-6 in set 3. I tell you, I could go on for days rambling about Bevel East if I got the opportunity, so I got to stop now. I'll stop before it gets worse. 7-6, a 1-point lead for the Bobcats. Peel going to Hughes. Big swing and a good dig out there by the libero by Handy. Cortinez. Hughes again. She made contact with the net. Point for Frontier, 8-6. They have a 2-point lead. They largest lead of 4, and that came in set 1. They were up 4-0 and 10-6. They did not lead at all in set 2. Have a narrow lead here in set 3. Early in set 3. Peel going to Graham. She'll put it down. 10-7. Hughes will check out. Day will come in. It'll be the libero. Rupert back to serve. Get Michaela going here. So if my numbers are right, they're not. I'm going to tell you right now, they're not. I'm 100% sure they're not. They have combined, Day, Johnson, Keston, and Graham combined for 25 tonight, and I talked about in the pregame. When they combine for 34 or more, Swick is 9-2 on the season. So we need 9 more, and I'm sure they're probably closer than that than what I've given them. Graham will get us closer. She gets a kill. We're tied up at 8. 8-8. Rupert will serve this one again. In the middle, and found a good spot. It's an ace. 9-8. Swick up by 1. Rupert came into tonight with 14 aces. Has another one of that total here tonight. How about back-to-back for the sophomore libero? 10-8. Swick with 4 straight. They're up by 2. How about 3 straight? Am I asking for too much, maybe? Rupert serve. This will be over. They won't come there off an ace, but it'll still be a point as that swing goes into the net. 11-8. And 3 straight now on this run by Rupert. 5 straight total. Nope, sorry, 4 straight total on this run. 5 straight total. 4 straight on the run, 5 straight total. There we go. 11-8, 3-point lead. Rupert serve. This one will be over in the middle. Throw it left side. Off the block, and that will end the run there as Rupert and Graham try to get there. None of them couldn't. Follow it up 11-9. Go to Florida for 5 or 6 days. You forget how to do math coming back, so it's taking me a little bit. 11-9. Alexis Klein back to serve. This will go to Walton. Peel near the net. Pass to Graham. Big swing and got it. 12-9, a 3-point game. Cortinez will check out. Kesterson in. Graham with 7 now in the kills department. It'll be Aubrey Peel back to serve. This one will be over to the libero. In the middle, set pass, tip over, got it. Rebecca Busby, their middle, gets that kill, and it's 12-10. Frontier playing close here to open up set 3 after Swick won by 15 total in set 2. And a lot of that, some of that attributed to their losing their player that leads them in kills, and Marin Vaughn, who is out about over half of that set, came out with an injury. Good to see her back in. Day, tip over, blocked. Kesterson going backwards for Peel. Back to Kesterson, swing left side, libero there near the net. That's net interference. Made contact with the bottom of the net, 13-10. Mahan will come back in. She comes in for Graham. Johnson also in. She comes in for Walton. And it'll be Mahan back to serve. And that one will be out by Mahan on her first serve. Her second time serving. And it'll be 13-11, a 2-point game. Serve by the Bobcats is over. In the middle. Peel gets the tip over. Got it. 14-11. Up by 3. But Day serving had an ace earlier. There's another. That'll keep the average of 2 alive. She's been averaging just about 2 aces per match over the last 15 games, and had 30 in the last 15, now 32 in the last 16. Unbelievable what she's been able to do. I don't know how she does it from the service line. That one is into the bow. They're going to call it just out on the back line. 16-11. She's up to 50 now. That was number 50. 50 total aces for Emma on the season. Lead continues to grow. Swing from the right side. Good block is Hughes and Johnson. They'll go to the left side. Got around the block this time, but Peel to send it right back. Go to the left side again. Hughes. Guessing had it blocked by the net. Mahan free ball over. Tipped over back by the Bobcats. Johnson, Peel, back to Grace. In on the back line. A 6-point lead. Grace Johnson's in her double figures in kills tonight. And it's 17-11, a 6-point lead. Day, this one over near the line. Set, the left side swing. A rocket one by Vaughn. But they're going to say it went around the antenna and out. And Frontier has to take a timeout. Swick is up by 7. They need 7 here to finish this one off in set 3. Back in a moment. Swick leading here. This is Swick Women's Volleyball on the Swick Athletics YouTube channel. (18-11). M&A continues her service run out of the Frontier timeout. It's an ace, her 3rd of the evening. Oh my goodness. M&A, how do you do it? 19-11. I mean, 51 total now this season. Just been incredible. 2 on this service run. And it's going to be another one. Oh my goodness. 20-11. 4 on the night for Emma Day. (52 now in the season. (20-11). We need 5 more. How about 5? I'd take 5 more aces if we could get it. It won't happen here as they'll send this one over. That one's going to be out. 21-11, and we have a double-digit lead now. Won by 15 in set 2. They have their largest lead of the 3rd set. Day. This one will be over. That's going to be a roll shot over. Day going to Peel. Hughes, big swing. Just put it down. 22-11, where Aubrey Peel is to set it to Hughes. It feels like it's too easy. That's what Ashlyn Hughes was talking about first game back last Monday of the season against Shawnee. Had her on the post game. It's another ace. Oh my goodness. I mean, I can't even finish my thought. Number 5 on the night for Emma. But she was telling me that Aubrey Peel, I mean, the way she just, her sets are just right on the money. And it makes things a little easier. I bet it does. 23-11. 5 aces for Emma on the night. And this one will be sent all the way back. Free ball, unable to get over. And we have game point 24-11 in favor of Southwestern. Illinois College, we're trying to make it 2 straight. Get a new streak started. Looking for win number 16. 25-17, 25-10 with the scores in the first 2 sets. Day service over. Pass right side swing. Peel is there. Going today. She'll fire it for Keston right side, threw it right in the net. And it'll keep this one alive for Frontier for just the moment, 24-12. Day will come out. Rupert will come in, and Emma just an impressive run. And what a night she's had. Served by Libero and Handy. Mahan, Peel, Hughes. That one is over. The Libero's there for the Bobcats. They throw it left side with Vaughn off the block. Johnson going to Peel. She'll pass it back to Grace on the left side. She fires it, and that's a Swick winner, folks. A 3-set shutout, 2 straight in a row. We got win number 16 of the season. 25-17, 25-12, and 25-12. A 3-set win for Swick. They improved to 16-10 of the year. Frontier falls to 3-24. Back in a moment. Hear from Swick here on the Swick Athletics YouTube channel. Swick with a 3-set win, getting this one done 25-17, 25-10, 25-12. Joined here by our player of the game, post-game guest, Ashley Walton. Thanks for taking time to join me.
Of course.
So you guys able to get back in the win column tonight. It was a 3-set win. What was your thoughts on this one?
I think it was well needed after our Friday matches that didn't really go our way. It was a nice game to bring us back into the mood of getting in our groove again. We started off a little, but we brought it back and really put our foot down, as we like to say. We crushed the roach and really just pushed through. And I think this is a good area or mind to be in for our 5 games next week.
Yeah.
So I'm excited.
You guys get 2 straight now, and I know it probably hurt to have a win streak snapped at 10 games. I mean, it was a long one. During those 10 games, what do you think was one of the things that was really crucial that went well for you guys to win 10 games and get you where you guys are now? Because, I mean, you guys are, I feel like, in a way better spot than you were to start off the season.
Well, I think it's crazy because we've been through so many different things, so many injuries, that I think we finally realized that we just need to calm down and play our game and just really just be like, okay, like, we're here to play volleyball. We need to get in this and just keep playing, and no matter who we have on the court, like, do our best, put our best out there and work together. I think our win streak started when we all just really clicked. Everything finally fell into place since the beginning. And it was finally just where it just all, like, clicked and it happened and it went and we were going good.
So you guys will get a few days off over the next 2 days. I know you guys probably need that a little bit. lot more uptick in games over the last week or so. When you guys return Monday, be back on the road at Lakeland College. How do you guys continue the winning ways to get to 3 straight, getting our streak going here?
I think we just have to take what we did tonight and bring this energy back, because we were kind of just like, even if they got a point, we still kept our momentum. We just have to keep going with momentum, and even if they get a good point, we have to keep ours and just understand that that happened, but we need to get it up and put it right back down and assert what we can do to them.
Well, Addison, thanks for taking time.
Of course, thank you.
Awesome, thank you. Aston Watson, our post-game guest, the freshman defensive specialist out of Columbia, and defensive specialists. I feel like obviously those are the players that really don't get a lot of credit on the offensive side, because you're looking at your top players in kills. They're making plays, and I know she had some good plays tonight, and she ended up having a kill last Monday against Shawnee. Rare kill for a defensive specialist. You never get those, but she's been huge during this win streak, and thought it was a good night to give her a little attention here, because it was either going to most likely be Grace Johnson or Ashlyn Hughes would be your top 2 I was looking at. So got a good time to get the freshman Ashlyn Walton up here for a post-game interview here from her, and always good on a win, because a win means we heard from obviously either a player or coach, and then also hear from somebody on the pregame. We heard from head coach Warren Thomas before tonight. And he's got his girls rolling here, and they get win number 16 now. When you win too many, you start to lose track. 16-10 now in the year, and they're playing very good volleyball these last few weeks. It's been a lot of fun. It's been great, So that's it for the week. Crazy thing, you only play 2 games this week, Monday and Wednesday. So we'll be back Monday. That's at Lakeland College. That I believe is a 6:30 open and serve, which would be a 6:20 pregame for you, but that'll be next time you hear from me here from Swick. So 16-10 now in the year. Frontier falls to 3-24, a 3-set win for Swick, and it was a good one night, a fun one night for sure. Always good when you can win, especially 3 sets. It makes it quick. Hope everyone has a good rest of your Wednesday. Have a good weekend as we head into the next week and we finish out this last part of the regular season, getting closer and closer to the playoffs. Can't wait to get there, and hopefully we keep rolling. Have a good rest of your Wednesday night, folks. Have a good rest of your week. Till next time I see you. See you guys later.